January 21st is the day that we got the yeast into the mead. So this has been 1 month. Let me just hold this up here. 1 month it's been in the carboy, and she's still fermenting. You can visibly see it in the bubbler. She is still fermenting after exactly 1 month. So both of them are. So this is the 1 gallon jug down here, and that's still fermenting nicely. You can see small bubbles in there. They're hard to pick up. We're starting to get a little bit of the yeast at the bottom. It's starting to show itself. I'll peel this down here and get the camera close, and you'll still see that these little bubbles. The camera's picking that up or not. Those little fermentation bubbles. So after 1 month, she's still going. We're going to wait another week, at least a week, I'm going to say, and then I'm going to transfer this into the second carboy. We'll do a racking, and I'll add a little bit more of the Fermade K or Fermade O, whatever I used on it. It's slipping my mind right now. But she's fermenting nicely. There's the sheet that says January 21st, 2023 is when we got this going. So she's doing good. The original gravity, the camera picking up on that, 1.106. When we do a racking, we will actually get a hydrometer reading to see where she stands. But after 1 month right now, both of these are doing fine. See my fingers in there, how you doing? They're gurgling away just fine. So we're going to let them go and come back in maybe a week or so, and we'll rack it into the carboy we got all set up over here already. She's sitting here waiting. So that's a mead update for now. Okay, we didn't do this 4 days ago. I should have taken a reading, and I just didn't do it. I didn't have my equipment ready, or I was too lazy or something, I don't know. So I can still see it's fermenting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wine thief. If you've never seen one of these before, it has a little button on the bottom here that lets, it's like a bottling wand. When it's down, fluid can't come out. When it's up, fluid can go in. And what you do is you take your, two-handed. I got my sanitizer next to me. So everything's been sanitized. So I'm going to take a sample of the mead here, and we'll see where it stands. You can push to the bottom to get your sample, but if you don't want to stir up all your lees and extra stuff that's going down, you could shake your stick a little like this and pick up more, but I'm satisfied taking my time. Whoops. And we'll just stick it in here like this. Let that fill up. We'll get a couple, because I plan on pouring this back. That's why I sanitized everything properly, especially my hydrometer and whatnot. And you don't have to go all the way to the bottom, and you don't have to shake it. I did not go to the bottom. It just naturally pressurized that amount into the tube. And yeah, we're going to get a little taste on this also. So we want the hydrometer to float, which I do believe that sample's got her floating. Yeah, I think it is. So that's all I need. Out of the wine thief. Oh, right away I can taste the sweetness of the honey. She's been fermenting how many days now? So for the time being, I'm just going to sanitize this bong. Oops. And set her back into place there temporarily while I get a close-up reading of where the mead sits right now. That should be pretty easy to see. 1050 after a little over a month and a couple days. And she's still fermenting. 1050. We're going to let her go and pour this sample back, and we'll get a little taste test. So we'll get the hydrometer out of here, 1050. This is my original one. Oh boy. Wow. Might want to stop it right there, 1050. That is sweet as all heck. No, we won't. 1050. After 30 days, 32 days or someplace in there. So we're going to pour this back into that thing because it's all sanitized. Oh, wow. Sanitize the bung again. And we'll cover this one back up and let it sit. I'm not going to take a sample of the other one. I'm just going to assume they're fermenting along almost at the same rate. Cover this one back up. We just got done having an ice storm. And it was hard to get out here because there's a sheet of ice you can't walk on. I actually fell, so I don't want to be falling again. I'm going to take my time this time. There's no way to melt this ice that quick. All right, we'll come back down. We'll get a next sample we're going to get is when we rack it. I shoveled some of it. Sheet of ice out here.